really, truly a champion.
He was instrumental.
Extraordinarily charming.
And a true public servant.
He was visionary.
He was just very supportive.
Passionate.
Il s'occupait de ses affaires, s'en occupait bien.
He was very engaged.
Very well liked.
One of the founding fathers in this industry.
I can't think of a better person for the Canadian Council for Public-Private Partnerships to honor than Jim Flaherty. He really is the person that put the public-private partnership framework in place for the entire country. By bringing together the private sector with public objectives and goals, Jim Flaherty showed us what the new partnerships in the 21st century should look like.
The very first time the idea of P3s for development infrastructure in Canada came up, I could see his eyes light up. And that was the birth, I think, of the idea that finally became P3 Canada.
This was his brainchild, and he really saw this as a way to develop public infrastructure by transferring risk to the private sector.
Jim Flaherty's motivation for P3s was enabling Canada to take advantage of the tremendous expertise that we have in this country. To build infrastructure that will make us competitive in the long term, he was visionary in that regard.
Au fait, Jim Flaherty, ce qu'il souhaitait, je pense, c'est s'assurer que les dollars canadiens étaient bien dépensés, d'où la création finalement de PPP Canada qu'il a mis en place.
Jim was an extraordinarily charming guy, but there was steel beneath the smiles. He knew what he wanted. He was determined to get there, but he got there with a lot of charm and grace.
And in fact, he was terrific, Jim was, in terms of removing some blockages, and he was just very supportive and would push things through cabinet and just did everything to help us get going.
He took leadership. He actually took on the institutional inertia that often holds us back in doing new things, and he said, let's do it. Let's show the rest of the world how Canada can lead the way in terms of delivering public sector infrastructure cost effectively, on time, that creates thousands and thousands of jobs across our country.
Jim était un homme passionné en ce sens que quand il faisait des choses, il était très intense.
It is no secret that Jim always looked to new and better ways of doing things within government, and having P3s as part of that grab bag of solutions was something that he considered very important.
Jim should be the champion. He was the guy that politically got the activity going, made sure that it kept going, and I'm sure he would have felt very, very good if he was standing here today looking at the results of it.
He'd never say mission accomplished, but he'd say, I think we're getting somewhere.
He would have been very proud of what he and his colleagues have accomplished, but he was never satisfied. He would be urging us to do more.
I expect P3s will continue to play an increasingly significant role in infrastructure investment, helping to connect and strengthen this great country and to accelerate economic growth and jobs. Infrastructure is key to our success as a nation.
The Canadian Council for Public-Private Partnerships and its members will be forever indebted to Jim Flaherty.